had an really nice morning coffee at the Mart. Family's going to be up in just a bit. Let's walk on back home. And I wanted to talk about something that's been, well, I've been meaning to talk about for a long time. Every year about this time, summer, I start getting questions from people asking to see Mount Fuji. They know I climb in the area and that Mount Fuji is very close, and they would like to maybe to see a Softy Papa video climbing Mount Fuji. And every year I never do it. All these years here, 8+ years now in Shizuoka, and I've never climbed Mount Fuji. And I thought I'd maybe make a video to share why I haven't climbed Mount Fuji and why I never will climb Mount Fuji unless I have to climb it. I have no interest in climbing Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is too civilized for my tastes. Just as in Softy Papa videos, I'm always in a place where there's no one around. I'm always in lonely, isolated spots. I don't go hiking on the standard trails and the like, just because I don't want to be around all the people. And even though Mount Fuji is a wonderful place, and so they say, and a magnificent mountain and an incredible climb, and apparently the view from the top is amazing, I won't see it. Here's how the typical Fuji-san deal works. There's this climbing season from the 1st of June, and I think it's till the end of September. That's the season. First of all, any place that's got a season, climbing season, unless it's Mount McKinley, I don't want to go there. I don't like rules that say this is when you climb and this is when you don't climb, unless it's for a very good reason. And it is a good reason. It's because of safety on Mount Fuji, but still. And yeah, this is a pretty pessimistic video. The other thing is that here's how it works. You typically go up to Station 5 on all the buses, park your car, and you're in a giant parking lot, and you go up along this trail. And apparently it's like climbing, I've been told it's like climbing a staircase in a crowded building. It's just endless stream of people going up along the road to the top, and you stop at the various stations, and there's crowds all about, people hunking over, vendors selling food. And if you're going to stay the night in one of those places, you get all squished in together in these tight little places. And heaven forbid you park yourself, you sit down at one of the little shrines there, they'll come shuffle you away. You're not supposed to, all the protocol and such. And then when you get to the top, you're supposed to time it right, so you climb through the night, and you get at the top just in time to see the sunrise from the top of Mount Fuji. And I've been told, of course I haven't done it, that you all hunker, a big group of people during the climbing season, of course, a big group of people along the one edge there, and you all watch the sunrise together. Now, watching the sunrise watching the sunrise is something, maybe it's just the way I was raised. It's something you do alone or with a lover. I can't do it as a group. It just doesn't work. So and then add to that the fact that apparently the trail along the edges of the climbing is just littered with trash on all sides. This is the reason that Mount Fuji has yet to be, maybe it's changed, has yet to be registered as a World Natural Heritage Site or something like that. Apparently there's just too much litter. So anyway, the stories that keep coming back to me about this whole thing, it reminds me more of climbing Mount Disney than some beautiful, magnificent mountain. And every day when I have the weekend when I have the choice to go hiking, I have the choice of heading off in that direction behind me to my usual stomping ground, or I could head basically an equal distance. I could get out to my place I like to hike out here in about the same amount of time it would take me to drive to Mount Fuji over there. And I've never even once considered driving to Mount Fuji. I have absolutely no interest in experiencing that type of a cultured climb. But it doesn't mean I won't ever climb it. I will. If Emily comes to me and says, "Daddy, I'd like to climb Mount Fuji. Will you come with me?" Sure, I'll come with you, and I'll put on a good face, and I'll be good about the whole thing. If my school that I work at wants to climb Mount Fuji, I'll do it. If there's some good reason, like Molly asked me to take the remains of Bob, or sorry, I can't get the name right. The fellow that he's got the ashes to the top. I'd be happy to do that. I'll do it for a good reason, but I wouldn't do it for my own recreation. And I don't think I'm alone in that. I think that there are others who feel the same way. I'm pretty sure that my dad wouldn't want to climb it for that same reason. I'm pretty sure that I'm dead certain that my mentor in outdoorsmanship, Professor David Bixler, would have absolutely zero interest. He would flee the very thought climbing Mount Fuji for the reasons if he knew what I just told, what I explained about what it's like. I'm getting a little more speculative. I'm pretty sure that David Muir probably I'm a little not so sure about him. Probably would not want to climb Mount Fuji. I'm pretty darn certain that Henry David Thoreau would want to have nothing to do with that crowded thoroughfare to the top of that mountain. It doesn't mean that I wouldn't want to see it in another time if I could climb it in the off season, for example, just ahead. It's not closed. I mean, you could climb it. Climb it just ahead of the opening season or just after when the crowds are gone. I might do it then. I might actually be tempted to do that. If I could go 100 years back and climb it back then, before it became what it is, I would certainly want to do that. I would certainly love to go in a time machine. But otherwise, unless something significant changes, as long as the great wilderness yawns in waiting anticipation behind me, and the Mount Disney is over here, I'm not gonna. There's no chance I'm gonna go over there. So don't expect any Softy Papa videos from Mount Fuji unless I'm forced to go up there. But thanks, and I'll enjoy any that you guys send out. That'd be interesting to see. I'd love to see the view. I would love to see it someday. As long as it was an isolated, rugged event with some good bloodletting, some cold, and a little bit of hypothermia and exhaustion. Yes, all alone. That would be cool. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye bye.